After laboring for 24 hours with my first child, I was scheduled for an emergency C-section. I was exhausted, defeated, and in a lot of pain. More pain than I had been in my life. My cervix just wouldn't budge, and my waters were already broken. So the nurses told me that baby girl just had to leave. I had never been to surgery before. All experiences I had was from the many hours I spent watching Grey's Anatomy in my earlier years. I was scared, but the pain didn't give me enough time to be terrified. Every 2 minutes, a contraction came, and every contraction made me angry. Why was I still contracting, and I'm clearly not going to be pushing this baby out? The surgery room was like nothing I saw Dr. Shepherd operating. It was hideous. It was a hideous shade of green. Everyone around me was wearing white gumboots. I was uncomfortably cold. Everyone was rushing around, asking me questions, others talking over me. I couldn't see their faces because of how covered up they were. They had also taken away my glasses, so I literally just couldn't see. For the first time in my whole delivery experience, I was surrounded by people but felt utterly alone and lost. This is not how I was meant to give birth. The anesthesiologist sat me down. He seemed arrogant. At least that was my first impression of him. Like he was pulled away from home or wherever he was for this late night surgery. He gave me instructions casually, so much so that you would assume that I'd done this before. I tried my best to sit still, but with the pain and uncontrollable shivering, it was hard. I didn't want to end up paralyzed, knowing he was sticking me with a needle in between my spinal cord. The prick was painful, and my left leg shot up. I don't think that was meant to happen. He apologized and jabbed me again, this time doing it the right way, I think. I lay down and they went to work. It didn't take long for me to hear my baby's cry. There she was. I had done it. I was a mom now. The tears started flowing. I felt everything. I was happy. I was relieved. I was proud. I was terrified. And wait a minute. Was that pain or was that pressure? Every woman knows those two words often come together, especially in the doctor's office, when they try and convince you that the pain that you feel is just simply not there. Pain? I wondered. I shouldn't be feeling anything, right? But I could swear that something just didn't feel right. There they were, all congratulating me, cleaning up my baby, but my mind was loud. Is that pain or is this pressure? Should I be feeling that? I remember something my doctor used to say. She would say that I had a high pain tolerance. And I always felt proud about it. But is this really the place to show it off? If I complain, would I be overreacting? Again, is this pain or is it pressure? If I speak up, will they even hear me? Am I sane enough to know the difference after being awake for this long? In the middle of my mental spiral, I hear my doctor ask me if I'm fine. Don't lie, I hear my mind shout. So before I could control myself, I hear the words come out of my mouth. Doc, I feel something. I feel like you're under my breast. I feel pain, I think. Immediately I say that, I erupt into loud sobs. Like this time I'm not whispering or anything. The mood in the room changes. It goes quiet for a bit, and my doctor barks orders at everyone, more specifically to the anesthesiologist. She tells the pediatrician to show me my daughter, more like shouts at her to show me my daughter. My baby's bum was the last thing I saw. It turns out that my anesthesia was wearing off, that it wasn't pressure, it was actual pain. And it would have gotten worse the more I stayed thinking about it. I have always had a complicated relationship with pain, and I think a lot of women have. This relationship where we were dismissed and taught to take the pain, to identify with it and not complain about it. I wore my tolerance to pain like a badge of honor. The story I have for you today is about a lot of things, but at its core, it's about our relationship with pain and how much we can handle. This is Mama Tales, a podcast on our collective parenting journey. I'm your host, Sally Kuria. Janet is a mom of 3, a daughter and twin boys. Her pregnancies were pretty normal. Morning sickness, fatigue, and all the quote-unquote joys of pregnancies. Her twin pregnancy was definitely harder, but nothing she couldn't handle. That pregnancy ended up with a C-section, and she went home with her lovely newborn twin boys after a 2-day hospital stay. At this point, she was done having babies. At her 6-week appointment, she went in and got an IUD, a contraceptive device inserted inside your uterus to prevent pregnancy. And with that, she went on with her daily life. That's until one day she started experiencing a different kind of pain.
So it happened in July 2023. I had my IUD, which had been on for like 2 years. No, actually 2.5. I'd say 2.5. Huh? I was spotting, and it was just during the time when I was expecting my periods. But this time around, I'm wondering, okay, why is this period acting this way? Because I'm spotting the first day. The second day, there's nothing. And then the third day, I start getting period pains. You know, like you will know if it's a period pain. This is how it feels. Something, yeah, okay, this time it's different because I never get cramps. So it gets to a point, I remember by the third day now, by the end of the day, I'm at work and I'm feeling, no, this pain is, it's a bit much, especially when I stand. And the nature of my work, I will stand to serve customers quite often. So I just thought, you know what, let me get some painkillers. I went to the chemist just nearby where my shop is. And I remember telling the lady that I'm having cramps that are very painful. And normally I don't get cramps. So she told me, because it was in the evening, she told me, yeah, I'll give you these meds. You go take the meds, but if it is not kawaida for you to get pain, I'd advise you go to the hospital. So I went, but me in my head, I'm just thinking, the moment I've never even taken pain meds for cramps. Yeah, so I just thought, okay, maybe this is how it goes. You just take the meds, and then after that, you're good. I thought I'll probably be okay by Kesho. So the day after, I'm still getting the pain. This pain is on and off. Uh-huh. Yeah, it's on and off. It's not all through. So when I feel it, I just take the two meds that I was given. Because I thought if it's going to be during this period, like days, just probably 3-4 days, because my periods, again, are normally just 5 days max. So I thought, probably by the time, because it's like on a Friday, by the time Sunday is here, the pain will be gone and nitakuwa nimemaliza, like the medicine. But by Saturday, now the pain became severe. Now, this Saturday happened to be, we had a family event at my folks. So I didn't want to miss because it was quite, it's those events that you don't want to miss. Yeah. I didn't want to disappoint my sister because it was her in-laws who were coming. And then, I thought, let me just go take more meds. Because by the time I'm leaving the house and getting to the chemist, the pain is gone. Yeah. So I told you it's on and off. Yeah. So this is how, like, the pain was just, it was serving me for that day. I really wanted to be there for my family, for my sisters. Yeah. So I went to my sisters, but during the day, my periods came back again. You know the way you normally feel, that's my period coming. Like you will know the flow, it's like the flow wants to come. So I went, took a pad, took my pain meds, and the day ended well. Mm-hmm. But by the time I was getting home, I checked the pad. It is not a lot like I'd felt, because I'd felt like, okay, my period now looks like it's now come. Yeah. There are sometimes you will get your pad will be stained in the first day. The second day maybe it's kidogo. But so I thought now it's skipped like 2 days. Maybe the third day now it's coming properly. I finish. In the evening it was still spotting. And now it's dark red. But for some reason I just thought, okay, let me see how tomorrow is going to be like.
At this point, she experienced a new symptom, diarrhea. She convinced herself that this was because of something she ate at the party. With this new symptom and the discomfort it brought, she thought a hospital visit may be necessary, but since she didn't like the whole process at the hospital, she thought that maybe going to a pharmacy with a lab would be better to get some tests done. They tested her blood and urine and didn't find anything obviously wrong, so they suggested that it might just be inflammation, gave her some medication for the bloating, and sent her home.
No, Sunday morning I woke up, I was good, went to church, but now my energy during the day was just so bad because I remember immediately leaving church. I just went home and just rested because now energy is low. Anything I'm eating, I immediately go to the loo. Anything, like I'd take, it is a fruit, I'm off to the loo. So Sunday happens to be the day when my nanny is off. My husband had just traveled that morning. So I'm home alone with the kids. So there was no option of, I didn't think, no, I could go to the hospital on Sunday.
Yeah.
I thought Monday morning,
Probably.
I'll be in the hospital in the morning. First thing I'll do. By the time I'm sleeping in the evening, the pain is there, but now it feels like, now the way I'm feeling, now these symptoms I've already now started Googling. Because in my head now I'm thinking that probably my appendix has an issue. Because the pain now is very sharp, but it goes away. When I'm seated, when I lie down, it goes away. Yeah, so by the time I'm sleeping, I know for sure this is the kind of pain I can't ignore. So I sleep vizuri. I wake up in the morning, but I wake up in the morning, I go to the washroom. By the time I'm walking back from my loo to my bed, I could not get there. I had the most excruciating pain. Like it is now pain from where I was feeling on the side of the belly to my whole body. I am vomiting, but it is just water. Remember, I was not eating anything. Anything that was going was coming out.
Yeah.
So there's nothing in my belly. I'm just vomiting. It is like just liquids. I don't have strength. Now, you know the kind of pain, I'd probably compare it to close to labor. The kind of pain, you don't know where it is at. Is it your head? Is it your arms? I don't have any strength. I'm vomiting. I can't even change from my pajamas. So I call my nanny.
Wow.
I call my nanny, hey, I think I need to take that medicine again. But no, the way, by the time she's coming to change me, to help me change, I realize that I can't take this medicine again.
Because I don't think that's medicine.
Yeah,
anymore.
I can't take this medicine again. So we call up our neighbors. A very good friend of mine, she comes with her husband, and now I'm taken to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, the pain subsides. I go back.
Yeah, so it's
The
like
pain has subsided. Yes, like it's not there anymore. I'm lying at the back seat, but the pain is. I was lying because I couldn't even sit up because now the pain was too much. But by the time probably like 30 minutes later, we're on traffic. The pain is gone. Wow. Now we even start discussing options of hospital now, which is the nearest. I tell them, where we'll go because, like I've been there before. So we go to the hospital. Now, by the time we get to the hospital, the pain is back. I can't go up. I can't walk alone. My friend assists me. We go straight to emergency because now the kind of pain I'm feeling, I can't wait for triage and tests and all those things. So I go lay down. The nurse comes. She asks me what I'm feeling. I tell her, I'm on my periods. And and I am having severe cramps. Yeah. Something that I don't normally get. I'm vomiting. I have been feeling this way since Thursday. So she listens to me. And one of the first things she says is, you know what? Let's do a pregnancy test. I tell her, I'm on my periods. I have an IUD. So I can't be pregnant. Yeah. So I tell her, I also have diarrhea. So maybe you should do a stool test. I also have diarrhea. So I think this is an issue. It must be an issue with my stomach because I am vomiting. So they listen to me. Now they go do that test. They don't know the pregnancy test at this point. So they come now because the pain started coming again. They give me something for the pain. Now I've cooled down. So I'm waiting for the results. The results come back. There is nothing. Yeah, but the pain is still quite severe. So I still wait. I still wait because I was even very dizzy by this point. My folks came around. So people are wondering, if why would you be feeling the way you're feeling and there's nothing? Blood test, stool test. I mean, all kinds of tests have been done. Urine test, nothing. There's nothing that's off that could be leading to the kind of pain I'm feeling. At some point now, they thought, let me go get an ultrasound. Yeah, so probably they check. I remember actually them saying, do the ultrasound to just check your organs. Because I was telling them, you remember at some point now, the day before, I was thinking, this sharp pain. I normally hear when people have sharp pains, it could be an organ that probably has an issue. So I go get the ultrasound done, and there's still nothing that is off. Yeah, like all my organs are fine. Actually, in the process, they see, oh yeah, actually your IUD looks okay. It is in place. But we can see some fluid, like in the cavity of the uterus, or I can't remember, but something like that. But they say it's not unusual. People who get, I think it's called PCOS, normally the kind of pain you're feeling, we could probably compare it to that, to what they go through. So in my head already, I'm thinking, so this is going to be a monthly thing.
Because you did not have
PCOS. I didn't have PCOS before. So they tell me this, and I'm thinking, this is going to be something I go through every month. I'm still not convinced.
Yeah.
So we go back. They give me some meds for that. I have the results. Like the only thing they're seeing is some fluid. It's just some fluid, like around the cavity, the cervix. I can't remember exactly where, but around there. So they tell me that, and it happens mostly during your periods.
They gave her some medication for the pain and allowed her to leave because she seemed stronger. Her family leaves with her and they go to the cafeteria for lunch. As they sit down to enjoy their meal, Janet's pain comes back.
Now I'm not even able to finish eating. All of a sudden, the food is now, I can't even stand it. I tell them I can't sit. I need to just go somewhere where there's fresh air. They take me somewhere on the grounds. And I realized, no, I can't take me back. The pain was too much. Now they had to carry me. Now they with the intensity that it came with, now I couldn't even walk.
Oh my God.
Oh, so now we realize, okay. So now, by the time now I'm going back there, all the food I'd taken, everything came out. Now I told them the pain I'm feeling, I just need something stronger. Now they even put me on drip now. Yeah, so I'm at the emergency area. They put me on drip. Now the nurse comes back again and tells me, you know what? We have to do a pregnancy test. I told her, now at this point, anything you want to do anything. Yes. Yeah. But just tell me what is wrong, because clearly something is wrong. So she goes, does a pregnancy test. In like 45 minutes or so, my sister comes and tells me, you know, the pregnancy test is positive. I'm like, what? Stop joking with me. She's my sister, so I'm thinking, no. You know for sure, like, I'm not pregnant. Because I'm on my periods. And they saw my call, and my call is okay. And we did an ultrasound, and there was nothing. So at this time, of course, I'm in denial. I'm telling them, okay, so explain to me now how. Yeah, like, okay, fine. Yeah, the test, I can see now. I've even brought the papers now to make me actually see that it actually came out positive. So she came, the nurse, and then told me, what we'll do, we'll call the gyna. So the gyna will now probably come and like do a further, I don't know, examination, explanation, so that you can now find out what is happening. But this time it is around 4 p.m. Remember, we came in at around 7. But by now it is 4 p.m. So even the shifts have changed. So now I'm being seen by someone different. The gynecologist comes and explains to me that now we will need to do, if these you're testing positive for pregnancy, that means you're pregnant. So I tell the guy, I have an IUD. I keep repeating this. It was checked during the first ultrasound.
Yeah.
It is in place. It has not moved or anything. It is in place. They checked. I don't have anything growing in me. Okay, so they told me, let's try a vaginal test. So I went in. They checked. There was nothing there. They sent me back to where I got the ultrasound done earlier. So
Wait, was the vaginal check an ultrasound, a transvaginal ultrasound, or it was a different?
It was a different kind of check.
Interesting.
Yes, it was a different kind of check. It was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, it sounds very painful.
Yes, it was very not painful, just intrusive. Intrusive. But by this time, let me tell you, I was ready for anything.
Yeah, because you've gone through.
Yes, already my day is long. Like I've had a very long day. So, you want to check again? Fine. I go in, the medic checks, and I hear them saying, "Oh, it looks like there's some bleeding kidogo," but nothing alarming at the time. Or at least for me, there was nothing alarming. So I'm sent back to where I'd gotten the first ultrasound. So now that is the time when they do a transvaginal, with that thingy. Yeah. So now they check, and for some reason, now the guy who's checking does not want to tell me what's happening. But me, I'm curious. I'm asking. At the time, I'm with my friend. So I just told my friend, you can come in. You can just come in, in case I miss something.
Yeah.
You just ask. So we ask, so is there anything strange? Is the coil still there? Yes, the coil is still in place. It looks okay. But it appears like there's something somewhere. There's something small I'm seeing where we were seeing the fluid earlier. It looks like there's something. So I ask him, so what is it? By this time, already in my head, I'd started forming stories like, so I'm pregnant, then it means that there's a pregnancy, but it is not growing where it's supposed to be.
Hey, it's Sally Kuria from Mama Tales. Parenting comes with so many stories. Some are funny, some are tough, and some we may never forget. We want to hear yours. If there's a moment you'd like to share or a topic you'd love us to explore, send me an email at mamatalespod@gmail.com. That's mamatalespod@gmail.com, or DM me on Instagram or TikTok at mamatalespodcast. Your story could be part of the next episode of Mama Tales. Welcome back. A quick recap of the story we've been listening to so far. Janet, a mom of 3, found herself in the ER with an immeasurable amount of pain. Her test came back normal until they decided to take a pregnancy test, which turned out to be positive. This was shocking for her because how could that be possible? She had an IUD. So she went in for her second ultrasound, and at this point, she started believing that she was indeed pregnant. But the embryo didn't seem to be in the right place.
I'm exhausted, like physically, mentally, I'm exhausted. So even anything you tell me, you're not telling me to shake me. So I'm asking the guy, just tell me what you're seeing. Just say. No, he tells me, no, we've sent the report to your doctor. Just go back up. You will find the report there. By this time, I'm pissed off. I'm just tired. When we were on the way back, I go to my phone, I check pregnancies that, like develop, that are not like in your, what is it called? Your womb. Your uterus. So where else would the pregnancies be? So tubal pregnancies, some, I don't know, in the belly, I don't know. But in my head, I'm just thinking, so it was in the tube. The guy told us, we can see something in the tube. So by the time we're getting there, I'm even telling my friend, I think this one iko kwa tube. But it's not something that's bothering me. So already now I'm thinking, at least they found what the issue was. So now we can deal with it. So by the time we're getting to the back to the doctor, now the doctor already a gyna comes in and a doctor comes in. They see me, they ask me about how I've been feeling the whole day. Now when doctors come and they start, now they're giving you attention. Now probably now there's something.
It's serious.
Yes, now it's serious. So they tell me that you are actually pregnant, but the pregnancy, it is not in the right place. Okay. Already that I know. Like, I'm just waiting for you now to tell me. And it appears like it's an ectopic pregnancy. Okay. So ectopic, I've heard that somewhere, but I don't really know what it is about at this point. So it tells me and the way it looks, it is not growing in the right place, and we have to remove it. Okay. Mm-hmm. In my head, like by this time, I'm thinking we're going to flash it. And flashing is probably meds, or they go in or something. In my head, I'm thinking it's meds. Because it's not a pregnancy that is visible. It must be so tiny.
Yeah.
Meds are going to go and do the job. Whoa. The doctor tells me that now, kulingana na what we have seen, the option of medicine is not available on the table. And I ask why. So what are the options? What other option is available other than meds? Remember me now, I'm speaking from a point of what I think I know.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm not informed. Yeah. I'm just thinking, I want to get out. I want to go back home. Remember when I left, my kids were asleep. One of my boys had woken up. Can I be bye? So already now I've started thinking,
your
my plans of coming here in the morning. When I came, I didn't think I'd have to stay at the extra, overnight or something. No. So the doctor says that, I'm sorry, but you can't leave. It's an emergency. Now we have to go in and remove the pregnancy. So I ask, go in how? They asked me, have you been pregnant before? Yes, I have 2 kids. One was vaginal, the other was cesarean. So now we have to go in the way the other kids came out, how the twins came out. How? Cesarean. What do you mean?
Yeah.
Now, at this point is when I think I even cried, because now I started thinking, no, there's no way these people are going to cut me again.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my friends just told me, you know what? If it is the only way that it is going to be done, then don't think about it so much. And then by the time the doctor was leaving anyway, told me that we need to do it either tonight or early in the morning. So like you don't have time. So now with the urgency, I didn't even have time to think about it. Now by this time, even other folks had come. So now we were talking, people were sharing. I wasn't really alone at any particular time where, now it's just you and your thoughts.
And
no, I wasn't. So at this time it is 9. They tell me, if you're going in for surgery, you can't eat anything. Yeah. So I think I probably just had a yogurt or a fruit. And then
it's 9 at night.
Yes, 9 at night. They told me now we have scheduled you for the surgery at 1. So between that 9 and that 1, my people are around. So nikupiga story, me, I'm sleeping at some point. I'm dozing off because now I'm tired. But by the time 1 was getting there, I didn't even realize it. Yeah, so I was taken in. I was wheeled in for surgery. And I remember the lady, these guys who talk to you, there's the anesthesiologist.
Yes, that name always...
Yeah.
confounds me.
So there's I was a very nice lady. So she asked me, how are you feeling? Do you know, have you ever been to surgery before? Trying to make me feel comfortable. And then she asked me, so is there anyone who you're thinking about in particular? I told her, yes, my children. There was no time for me to process all this and to imagine that, actually, when I left, 2 of my children were asleep. We didn't even say bye. We have not talked all this time. Yeah, so I thought about my children. I thought about my husband. He had just left the day before. Actually took him to the airport. You see, the way me I had energy.
And now here you are.
Yes, and now here I am. Like, a few hours later, I'm going into the theater. So I'm taken in probably at around 3 a.m. now is when the medicine was wearing off. Oh, the pain. I will never forget. You feel like someone has taken a panga, they have cut you, and the wound is just, it is just there. It is just bare. Oh, it was so painful. I was being told I was calling for my husband to tell them to give me more medicine. I don't remember that bit.
Yeah.
I don't.
Yeah.
But it was so painful. But the pain, I remember, it was so painful when the now meds start wearing off. Oh, it was so painful. But now I think after a while they gave me meds. I went, slept, woke up in the morning. Yeah, woke up in the morning and the reality of what just happened. So now, all this time, now is when now I am starting to understand, ectopic pregnancy. How far along was it? It was actually 8 weeks.
Wow.
Yes, it was 8 weeks. By this time now is when I'm starting to think back, but why didn't I feel pregnant? But I remember peeing,
Yes.
I don't know if other moms have gone through. I remember my first 2 pregnancies, I would pee, the first trimester, I'd pee probably hourly. Yeah. But in my head, I'm thinking it's because I've started taking a lot of water. I've started working out.
Yeah, you've given yourself excuses.
Yes, I'm giving myself excuses. Yeah. It is not something that now feels like it is standing out. This is different. I should probably feel some certain way. I should have known. I think the thoughts that came to my mind were like, how did I not know? How did I ignore all this pain over the weekend?
Yeah.
Like taking meds, assuming this bleeding that is on and off, it is potting. It is, but anyway, since I started birth control, when I got married, my periods changed. Yeah, they changed completely over time. It was not a one-off thing, but like the time it used to take like 7-8 days. It now, after a couple of years, reduced to 4, 5. The early years, I think there were some months when it is 2 days. And it is this spotting kidogo. And you ask friends, you ask people, they tell you, yeah, it's normal.
Like most treatments in the world, birth control comes with some side effects. Some of the common ones include excessive bleeding or prolonged menstruation, headaches, dizziness, lower abdominal or back pain, and weight gain. There is also concerns about the delay in the resumption of fertility once you're off contraception, and the general disruptions to women's daily lives due to these side effects. According to data collected by FP 2030, a global partnership working towards global reproductive choice, in 2023, 45% of all women, married or unmarried, were on some form of modern contraceptive. Like Janet, 32% of them chose an IUD as their long-term form of contraceptive, a non-hormonal implant placed in the uterus to prevent pregnancy by not allowing the sperm to fertilize the eggs. Additionally, compared to all forms of modern contraceptives, women on IUDs are less likely to switch or discontinue use, pegged at 11% compared to 56% of women on the pill who choose to switch. Janet was experiencing the most common side effects of IUDs, which is the irregular bleeding and cramping, which possibly allowed her to ignore or dismiss her pain for a long time before seeking any help.
Actually, someone will tell you, I don't get periods some months. Yeah, so some things, I don't know if it's a society or women, we are accustomed to now. It is unnatural when you think about it.
One thing that came out from this part of our conversation is how we've normalized birth control as a female thing, something that Janet describes as unnatural, and how normalized women's pain and discomfort is. Right from puberty, when we start experiencing period pain, it is presented as something we should just accept and minimize as we go on with our daily lives, not acknowledging that sometimes there is something more dangerous lurking underneath. I am personally not on any form of birth control. There's a lot that made me make this decision. One, I want to have all my kids close to age, so I don't feel like I need a long-term thing. And two, I'm afraid of the side effects. I don't consider myself lucky in any way. So when I think about side effects, all I see is every single one of them flying on me. Birth control is an extremely personal choice. What works for one woman and her situation doesn't necessarily work for the other. Understanding any associated risks is important in any choice that you make.
The moment that I found out that it's an ectopic, I remember a nurse telling me that ectopic pregnancy with the IUD is quite common, and I'm wondering, I didn't know. Yeah, like I didn't know that it's so common. So this 99% chance, I don't know. I don't believe it.
Yeah.
Because 2 months later, no. Actually, early this year, because it happened in July. Early this year, a neighbor had an ectopic pregnancy. I remember now conversing with friends during that recovery period, and they tell me, oh, I know someone who went through that. And I'm like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
I remember my brother telling me that there's a friend, his friend, like the wife had an ectopic pregnancy. And I'm like, you can't be serious. It's a thing. It's a thing. And the information about it is so limited. Actually, that's why I had felt the urge of, you know what? I think other moms need to know about this. The info is so limited. So by the time now I find out it's an ectopic, I try getting info online. There's nothing direct. Yeah, there's nothing direct about it.
Do IUDs increase the risk of ectopic pregnancies? As with many issues that affect the female reproductive system, there hasn't been enough studies done about it. However, according to a study done in 1995, that is how old some of this research is. A pregnancy with an IUD in place is often ectopic than a pregnancy with no IUD. Past use of an IUD could mildly elevate the risk of an ectopic pregnancy, but much further study is needed to clarify this risk. After her surgery, Janet spent around 4 days in hospital, much longer than her admission after her cesarean twin birth. They had to keep testing her to make sure that she isn't still pregnant, since the pain came from the ruptured embryo, something that could lead to internal bleeding and even death. Since this incident, it's been a bit of a struggle for her to understand and process everything.
And the fact that I was not expecting a pregnancy. I had not tested at home to find that, I'm pregnant. So going to me finding out I'm pregnant takes another like 30 minutes to find out that, it's not good for you. So it has to come out.
So you barely.
Yeah, I didn't mourn, as I was telling you. I didn't, up to date. I am still waiting for that feeling. Yeah, I didn't, but I can imagine someone who's waiting for a pregnancy. Yeah. Someone who wants to get pregnant. They find out they're pregnant. This thing had gone up to 8 weeks and there was no side effect. There was no pain. There was nothing. So what if it was someone that was just waiting? Now you've probably been waiting to get pregnant. You test at home, you find it's positive. Now you're going to the hospital, you're excited. It would have been bad. Can't imagine. Yeah, can't imagine. But so what happened after that is now the coil had to be removed at the hospital during the surgery.
Okay.
Yeah, and the fact that it had ruptured, I currently only have one fallopian tube.
Wait, so they had to take out the other?
Yes, because it ruptures and it spoils everything around there. Serious? Yes. It spoils everything around there.
Oh my God. Why did they assume like we just...
No, let me tell you, even I thought that you're just going to clean up. You're just going to clean up, you and then you do what you need to do and the place is back to normal probably after a couple of months. But no, they told me now it is a spoiled one. It is spoiled. It gets spoiled once it ruptures. So they had to cut it off. Chances of pregnancy again are still good. But now they advised me that you can't go back to the IUD. Because again, the chance of someone getting an ectopic pregnancy again after you've gotten one is high. There's a so they tell me now that would mean probably now you losing another fallopian tube, and now chances of probably getting pregnancy now go back to zero. But they told me now in case I wanted to get pregnant again, it doesn't affect much. I've also researched on it. It doesn't affect much, but no, it's a gray area.
I want to thank Janet for bravely sharing her story with us. She is a founder of Mama and Mini, a business that is centered on delivering baby clothing essentials for new moms. I actually used her when I was stocking up clothes for my second born, when I was very, very pregnant and I couldn't really move around. She came home with a wide selection, making it an easy and comfortable shopping experience. You can check out her page on Instagram. I'll link it below, or visit her shop on Lumumba Drive, Roysambu. That's it for this episode. If you've made it this far, I want to thank you for supporting this podcast. I had taken quite a long break from production when my life situations were just really making it hard to show up here. But I hope I can claw my way back into your routine. If there's a topic you'd like us to explore on this podcast, or if you have a story to share, please feel free to let me know by filling in the form in the show notes of this episode, or send me an email at mamatilspod@gmail.com. You can also send me a DM on Instagram or TikTok at mamatilspodcast. Music in this episode by Blue Dot Sessions. Until next time, take care. Bye.